Hello all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a thing that is probably crazy. I think this might be a bit of a long video. So get a snack, get a drink if you want it, get comfy. Essentially what I'm doing today is I'm doing mini reviews of almost everything that I received when I went to the most recent Beauty Prescription Live for Priceline. So if you're not familiar with what a Beauty Prescription Live is, it is an event held by Priceline twice a year where they feature products from a multitude of brands that are coming out in like the next sort of seasonal period, I suppose. So they do it twice a year. Once early in the year, once later in the year, and the things are set to launch usually within like a month or two after the Beauty Prescription Live. Some things are already on shelf and some things are coming even a little bit later than that. But I did a video doing a haul of the products and I thought the thing with the Beauty Prescription Live is it's an amazing event. It is such a whirlwind. We fly up to Sydney for the day. You run around this big room that's set up with all of these stalls from different brands, and it's a lot to take in. They're giving you products and information, and it's a big day. You come home with a lot of stuff. And the last one that I did, so I went late last year in October, and a lot of the stuff, I just found it really difficult to feature because there's so much stuff. And I kind of feel bad about that because I've had this stuff and you have access to it and you can try it, but there's so much to review. And I thought the only way to do this is for me to take a month or so, try out the products, and then just do mini reviews in one big video. So essentially that's what this is. I do need to be clear that these are not in-depth reviews. A lot of these things I've only been able to use a few times, like dry shampoo. I think I have 6 of them. I have a whole bunch of like hair cleansing and treatment products. So, you know, in the space of a month, there's only so many times you can use them. Skincare, even though there wasn't a whole lot of skincare and I was able to introduce most of it into a routine and use it quite regularly, I've only been using the stuff for about a month. So in my personal opinion, that's not enough to actually review a product, but I am going to give you my thoughts, and not really first impressions, but sort of it's somewhere in between first impressions and a review. Like, I've been using it for a long time and I know how I feel about it. But there are some things that I can actually talk about because you only need to use them a few times to really discover how they work and how your body or your skin or your hair reacts to them. So get comfortable and let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna try and go through this methodically. So I'm gonna start with hair products, and cleansing is first off the bat. So I had these Pantene Micellar shampoo and conditioners. These come in 3 different types. There's one for like dry damaged hair. This is the one for normal hair, and then there's one for oily hair. The premise for using these is that you can use them all over the hair. So usually with shampoo, you would just use it in the roots and then rinse it through the ends. And with conditioner, you would just use it in the lengths and avoid putting it on your scalp. These ones you're supposed to be able to use all over. So you can shampoo all of your hair, you can condition all of your hair, and it's not going to dry it out or make it greasy or limp or anything like that. And I've got to say, I think that is a fair statement. The shampoo is nice and gentle. I did like that. The conditioner, for me personally, great up here. It didn't weigh down my hair, so up, you know, in the roots, but I didn't find it was enough for the ends of my hair. And I think that comes down to me having, I suppose, combination hair at this point. The roots and majority of the lengths of my hair is virgin hair. It's had nothing done to it, but the ends of my hair do have some lightening that I'm still growing out, so there's still some bleach damage there, and I just found that this wasn't enough for the ends, but it didn't weigh down my scalp. So I'm keen to pick up the dry version of this conditioner and try it. I think it would probably only really work in the lengths of my hair. It might be too much for the roots, but look, that's the way things are with hair when you've got, you know, healthy hair in one spot and damaged hair in another. But yeah, these are not bad, and if you're curious, I don't think there's anything to be scared of. Next, I have the Ethique Pinkalicious conditioning bar. So this is a solid hair conditioner. Now, last year when I went to the Beauty Prescription Live, they gave us the shampoo bar, and I didn't use it, but since I now had both, I was like, I'm going to try them both out. So basically, like I said, these are solid shampoo and condition bars, and I went ahead and put one in like a soap container. So this is the conditioning bar, and the shampoo bar, because I didn't have another soap container, I popped it in a Lush tub. So I was a bit scared about these. This one smells amazing. It's like lime. This smells similar to their body scrub bar, which is like one of my all-time favorite products from Ethique. These actually really surprised me. The shampoo bar foams up really well. I was not expecting that. And I did notice when I was washing out the shampoo bar, my hair felt not great. It felt a bit dry, a bit tangled. And when I use the condition bar, which essentially what you do is you take it and you just run it through damp ends and then leave it in for a few minutes and rinse it out. I wasn't feeling hopeful when I first put it in my hair. It didn't feel like it was doing much. But when I washed it out, I was pleasantly surprised. Is it enough for dry, color damaged hair? Probably not. It is designed for normal hair. I don't know if they have any for dry, damaged hair. Maybe they do. But those two on their own for me were enough. And I found that I used them over a space of a week. And on, I think, the third cleanse, I decided it was time to also use a deep conditioning treatment, and my hair felt great. So I am pleasantly surprised with them. I do think being in like a naked bar form, it does make it a little bit more, you've got to be prepared. You've got to have somewhere to put them to keep them out of the flow of water so they don't dissolve. You've got to get used to using a solid cleansing product in your hair. If you're not used to that, it might take some adjustment, but the end game, like the goal of cleansing the hair and making it feel good, I was happy with that. Next up, I have the Sashapure Healing Shampoo and Restorative Conditioning Mask. So these come in sachets. I think you can buy them in bottles as well. I was lucky, I got 2 of each sachet. Thank you very much, Sashapure, very kind of you. These are currently in my shower. I really like them. These are really lovely. I find that the shampoo is a good cleanser, and the restorative mask, great for people with damaged hair. If you have normal hair or a greasy scalp, I would absolutely try to keep it away from anywhere up here. Only use it in the lengths and use a tiny bit. But if you have drier or damaged hair, this is a really nice one. I would buy these sachets again if I was going traveling, because I was very satisfied with the condition of my hair after using them. Moving into rinsed out treatment products. So I had these sachets from a brand called Main Club. They gave us 5 of them. I pulled out the hydrating one to use. Personally, it's not enough for me. I don't think these are bad, but a hydrating hair mask when my hair is feeling a bit dry, I expect it to make my hair feel softer, a bit more manageable, maybe give it a little bit of shine if I'm lucky, and take away that really dry feeling. And for me, it didn't quite hit the mark. So it's not one that I would buy again. I will definitely try these, guys. There's one for like frizz. I think this one might be for shine. I don't know. There's one for volume, and this one is repairing. So I'll give them a go, but at this point, knowing my hair type, they're not really ticking all the boxes for me, or the moisturizing one isn't. At least you can see I haven't tried these ones. I think these would be better suited to people with fairly normal hair that just want to tackle a very, very minor issue. This one here is the Palmer's Natural Fusion Chia Seed and Argan Oil Hair Mask. Not bad, but again, just not enough for me. It's meant to be a deep conditioner and hydration booster, but it didn't really, it's just not enough. It's not enough, and I compare it to other things that I've used in the past that I really liked. This one is not one that I would pick up again, unfortunately. I think it would probably be better for people with more normal hair. This one here is the John Frieda Go Blonder Lemon Miracle Mask. So they told us at the Beauty Prescription Live that this was basically their version of Olaplex. Now, Olaplex is a repairing treatment for the hair. I've had it done many times in salon, and I've also used the at-home treatment. I love Olaplex. It's right up there, like 10 out of 10 hair products that I would recommend for people with dry or damaged hair. This one, look, it's nice enough, but I can't say that it's on par with Olaplex. I feel like I would need to use it for a bit longer to really see that, and potentially use it on its own. Now, this can be used before or after lightening, and when you use something like Olaplex before you lighten, it's meant to reduce the damage taken by the lightening process. This one claims that you can also do that. I did not try that. I am not in a world where I am going to lighten my hair. I've spent way too long growing mine out and trying to cope with the damage that it has. But at the end of the day, this does make the hair feel nice and soft. It detangles well. So yeah, I feel like this is one that is, it's not just going to go back in the cupboard for me. This is one that's going to sort of stay front and center for me to continue trying to see what I can really get out of it. Moving on to leave-in treatments. The first one I have is the Nano Dry Fix Microtherapy Treatment. So like I said, this is meant to be a leave-in product. This makes my hair feel like it's coated, like it's got something in it. So when I put a little bit in my hair after washing it, and then I blow dry my hair or I let it air dry, my hair feels like it's got something around it, like it hasn't absorbed the product properly. I actually prefer this as a pre-wash treatment. So before I get in the shower, a couple of hours before, I will put this all over the ends of my hair, get it all nice and coated, and then I just wrap my hair up. When I get in the shower, I wash it out, and my hair feels lovely and soft afterwards. So this one is going to be a pre-wash treatment for me. I have fine hair, lots of it, but it's fine. So maybe that's my issue with this. It's just a bit too heavy. Yeah, it's just, it's not a bad product. And if you are looking at this and you're like, oh, but I'm kind of intrigued, I think I want to buy it. I wouldn't say don't buy it. I would just say if it doesn't work for you as a leave-in treatment after washing your hair, try it as a pre-wash treatment to see how you feel about it then. That's how it best worked for me. And another one along those lines of not great as a leave-in but amazing as a pre-wash is the Nature Box Secret Repair Cream. So this is 100% it contains 100% cold pressed avocado oil, and it's silicone free, paraben free, all that good stuff. And again, this is meant to be a leave-in treatment that helps to like smooth and make hair shiny and all that stuff. It didn't offer enough for me as a leave-in. I felt like my hair felt almost like it hadn't been treated with anything. But when I put a really generous amount of this on my hair, leave it in, and then wash my hair, that's when I saw some good benefits from this. So I think my hair maybe absorbs too much of this too quickly. I don't know. Or it just really likes the nourishing aspect of it when there is a lot of it in my hair. But I just didn't find that I could find a good balance of getting enough of this in my hair as a like leave-in treatment after washing it. So this isn't one that I would buy again to use as a leave-in. It's one that I would definitely use as a pre-wash. My last leave-in product is the Daily Naturals Treatment Ends Sealer. So this is designed to help smooth and soften the ends of hair, and I love this. I love this product. Makes my hair feel soft, smooth. It adds a little bit of shine, which is extremely hard to do in bleach damaged hair. Didn't weigh my hair down. It was beautiful, and did also try it as a pre-wash treatment. It's not that great as a pre-wash treatment opposed to the other two that I just showed you. This one is definitely delegated to leave-in treatment product for me, and it works really nicely. Okay, let's do styling products. This one, I kind of love this. This is the Bedhead by Tiggy Superstar. It is a thickening spray, queen for a day thickening spray. So my hair's quite limp. It likes to sit a bit flat on my head. It's very annoying. It's very difficult to get volume in it, while also maintaining soft hair and hair that doesn't feel like it's built up with product. So essentially what you do is you take this and you put it in damp hair. Excuse me, train, very rude. You put this in damp hair, blow dry it. I like to blow dry my hair upside down in the roots and like really get some volume in there. And then I take a round brush and I like blow dry my hair up. And it works. It's not life-changing. It's not gonna make limp hair beehive hair, but it does offer some volume. It does seem, I don't know how it does it, but it seems to make the hair feel and look thicker, which is lovely, but it doesn't make your hair feel crispy or dry or look like it's built up with product. You can run your fingers through it. It still moves beautifully. I love this product. This product really surprised me, and I feel like I was missing something like this in my life, and I've been missing it for so long, and now that it's here, I don't know how I would live without it. This is a product I would repurchase over and over and over again. I loved it. Let's get into dry shampoos. I have 4 from Batiste. There's one, I can't hold them all. There's 4, just believe me. Now, these are essentially targeted dry shampoos. So they're kind of like problem-solving dry shampoos. There's one for damage control, there is a volumizing one, a hydrate one, and a De-Frizz one. Now, they claim, I think they all claim, okay, except the volumizing one, which is interesting. These 3 all claim that they're an invisible formula. They weren't for me. They all left a white cast on my hair. I've used them all, and look, you've got hydrate, damage control, and De-Frizz, and I just look, I'm not sure that I really see any of that happening with these. To me, it was just dry shampoo. That's all I can really say about them. The volume one, I really do like this, and I've got to say this actually doesn't leave a white cast on me. strange. But this is, it says it's got plumping collagen, but it's just one of those texturizing dry shampoos. Many people have probably tried them if you are a dry shampoo junkie. It's one of those ones that you spray in your hair, and it also almost makes the hair feel a bit rough, gives it texture, so that the hairs can sort of, instead of just sitting flat on each other, they sort of plump up, and you know, great for back combing. Great for back combing. Hopefully that helps you to understand the texture feeling thing. But if you've used a volumizing dry shampoo before, or a texturizing powder or something like that, you probably get an idea of what I'm talking about. I quite like this when like my hair is dirty and I want to wear it up and I want to get a little bit of like volume up here. Pop some of this in. It really helps to sort of give the hair more volume rather than it just sitting slick and flat on the hair, and it does make it look cleaner. Yeah, so I think this one is probably my favorite in terms of actually dealing with an issue at hand. Like, my hair is 1, dirty, 2, slick, and 3, super flat. This is actually one that works for me, whereas these other 3, to me, they're just dry shampoos. This one here is the Kristin S Style Reviving Dry Shampoo. This smells great. Only issue with this is it leaves a really intense white cast on me. I was gonna spray it in my hair, but I don't think I want to go there. Yeah, it's actually, screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. So yeah, so that one works for me, but white cast, it's a thing. The next one is the Bedhead by Tiggy OB Hive. So this is a matte dry shampoo. This stuff's really interesting. It is, I don't even know how to describe this. This doesn't seem to leave a white cast, but we'll do a little test. Yeah, not too much, tiny bit. What's weird about this, oh, I love the scent. Oh my god, it smells fruity and fresh. I fucking love it. This almost feels like it goes on your hair wet and then it sets. It's very strange. It works really well. I love this. Bedhead by Tiggy have been on my radar for many years. At least since my very early 20s, potentially my late teens. They have a shine spray, which they still make, and oh, that product is fabulous. I love it. And now, like, with going to the Beauty Prescription Live and being given more products to try, I can't say I've been disappointed with anything yet. Okay, let's do some body products because I don't have too much. This one here is the Bondi Sands Coconut and Sea Salt Body Scrub. So this is a coconut scent and it's oil free. I was a bit, okay, so they told us at the Beauty Prescription Live that this is an oil-free body scrub and it's designed to be used before you apply a fake tan. And the reason they made it oil-free is so that you don't have oily residue on your skin. You can go in with your fake tan and you literally have the perfect canvas for applying a fake tan. Now, I don't fake tan, so I never tested it that way. But when I was looking at the ingredients, I was like, well, if it's got coconut fruit in it and stuff like that, I'm like, it's gonna have some form of coconut oil in it. But I used it on my skin and they're dead right. This does not leave a oily or greasy residue or any residue of any sort on your body. It smells divine. Oh, it smells like fresh coconut. I want to eat this. When I was in the shower and I was using this, I was like, oh my god, I want to taste it. Don't taste it. It's a salt scrub. It's going to be very salty. Trust me. But this is beautiful. I love it. I freaking love it. And I've been squirreling this away like a weirdo. Like, don't run out of the beautiful salt scrub. I would highly recommend this. If you're interested and you're like, is it good? Should I buy it? Yeah. This is really lovely. I have one body moisturizer. It's from Jergens. This is a skin firming moisturizer. So this is supposed to help to like visibly firm the skin. I believe it's also, yeah, increases elasticity of cellulite prone skin. I can't say that I have seen any skin firming benefits. Maybe it has. You know, when you're looking at your own skin every day, it's very hard to notice differences that are happening over longer periods. But what I can say is this softens my skin like no other. My God, I love how this makes my skin feel immediately after using it, but then like the long period after using it, it was probably about the 1 week, maybe 10-day point of using this. My skin was so soft. I really enjoy this one. If you like Jergens, this is a new one to their edition in Australia, and I would recommend it. My last body product is the Do It Dry Foot and Heel Roll-On Heel Balm. This is for dry, cracked skin. It works on knees and elbows as well. Anywhere that you've got like dry, firm skin. It's supposed to soften, smooth, and hydrate, and I would say that it does do that. Now, I don't have dry, cracked skin on my feet, but I did like how soft my feet felt when I was putting this through the test. So what I did was I stopped using my usual moisturizer on my feet and I started using this. My feet felt very soft after about a week, and then I went back to moisturizer to finish up the one that I'd previously been using, and while my feet still are soft and they look nice, I felt like this was a bit more effective with the softness. So I think this has potential to work. I think if you do have dry, cracked skin on your feet, you would probably need a really good pedicure to remove it, and then something like this would help to maintain those results and slow down the buildup of that dry, cracked skin again. So I quite liked this, and I'll continue to use it. I think what I might do now that I've like tested it out is use it in conjunction with a moisturizer. I'm gonna get into skincare products, and I'm starting with a cleanser. This is the Neutrogena Deep Clean Cleansing Oil. This smells like watermelon Jolly Ranchers. I can't even tell you how much I used to love, and I still do. I actually had Jolly Ranchers not that long ago, and watermelon's still my favorite. I used to love them as a kid. I used to eat them until like my mouth was being cut up, or it felt like it was being cut up. Like I'd had so much sugar, it was like burning the inside of my mouth. I try not to do that anymore because it's unhealthy, but whenever I use this, I have like flashbacks to like eating a packet of Jolly Ranchers, and I don't know, I just love it. So for me, the scent has nostalgic feels, and they're really good nostalgic feels. In terms of makeup removing, I think it works really well. It doesn't leave a heavy residue on the face or anything like that. It doesn't wash away 100% clean, but it's pretty damn close. I would always recommend, you know, using this to break down your makeup, get it all broken down, rinse. It does emulsify, which is fabulous, and then go in with your secondary cleanser to make sure you got everything off. I really like this. If I was in a pinch and I had no oil cleansers and I needed one, I would buy this. I like it. I have two face masks. I'm going to start with this one. It's the Biore Blue Agave and Baking Soda Whipped Nourishing Detox Mask. So this is like a whipped cream. It doesn't set. It's supposed to help like draw out impurities. It is intensely cooling. Like it's got that intense cooling feeling, and when you go to wash this off, it foams up. So if you've got a lot on your face, you might want to go in with a tissue or a sponge or a cloth to get off the excess first, and then rinse off what's left. I didn't love it. I didn't really love it. I don't think my skin needs what this has to offer. I think I've gone past Biore as a brand. My skin needs different things now. My last mask is from Andalou Naturals. It's the Canicel Glow Mask. So this is a radiance mask. It uses hemp stem cells and also fruit enzymes to like, hemp stem cells for like, you know, keeping the skin healthy, giving it a dose of something good. Fruit enzymes to help like break down dead skin cells and stuff like that. This smells citrusy. It has like a sort of green jelly-ish texture, if I can show you there. This has some seriously intense tingle. So if you've got sensitive skin, you might want to be careful with that one. But I didn't mind it. I'd use it again. I'd finish it up. I'd happily finish it up. I can't say that I saw any major, like, you know, improvements while I was using it, but like my skin felt nice after I washed it off, basically. Next product is from L'Oreal. This is the Revitalift Laser Renew Anti-Aging Glycolic Peel Pads. They're a 9.6% glycolic complex, and these are like pre-soaked pads for daily use that contain glycolic acid. So they're an anti-aging resurfacing product. Now, what I would say is if you buy these, cut the pads in half because they're thick enough and wet enough that one half of a pad will do your full face and your neck if you want to. You can even bring it down on your chest. They are very wet and they're not, you're gonna get more bang for your buck if you use half a pad. They're gonna last you 60 days rather than 30 days if you're using them every day. I think these were all right. I swapped this out. I've been using the Glyco version of this. They are more expensive. I do think they are better in terms of formula and how they work on the skin, but these are okay as well. If you want a drugstore alternative, something that you can go and pick up at Priceline during a 40 or 50% off skincare sale, these aren't bad. These aren't something that I would personally purchase again because the second ingredient is denatured alcohol, and I'm trying to work that out of my stash. But these are, they're all right. All right, last things for skin are all serum type products. I'm going to start with this guy. It's the Trilogy Vitamin C Booster Treatment. So this little box comes with 2 vials in it. One is a vitamin C powder and one is a liquid. You put the powder into the liquid, you shake it up, and then you use it over the space of 2 weeks. This stuff is potent. This stuff works really well. I would recommend this to anyone who wants a good vitamin C kick up the butt for their skin. And even if you have a bit more sensitive skin, I personally am someone who, my skin can respond quite badly to strong vitamin C products. It comes out in a rash. It's very uncomfortable. I didn't get that with this. I use this twice a day, morning and night, for a little over a week. And I also like brought it down my neck and on my chest, so I went through it a bit quicker. I saw results with this within about 3 days. My skin was looking much brighter. So I would totally recommend this. If you wouldn't use this over a long period. This is a booster. This is like a kick up the bum to get things started. So if you're noticing everything is looking really dull, or you've got dark spots or something like that from sun damage, you might go in with this as a booster and then use a standard vitamin C product after that to maintain the results. But this was really good. They did also give us a little sample of a vitamin C cream. I didn't use that. I just popped it in my little sample drawer and I was like, look, that would be handy for taking away. This one here is the Clear Skincare Copper Peptide Serum. Now, I was really interested in this product because I've used a copper peptide serum from Niod before. Apparently that's not how you pronounce the brand. Is it Niod? I don't know. Anyway, I used a copper peptide serum from them and I loved it. It's a fabulous anti-aging product. I adore that thing. So I was interested in trying this. Now, I like the ingredients. You've got purified water, hyaluronic acid, GHK-Cu, which is a copper peptide, followed by benzyl alcohol. Now, benzyl alcohol, if you didn't know, not the best alcohol, however, often necessary to prevent bacteria growing in products, so I allow it. This is a very simple serum. It has for one, the color is dead set amazing. I love the color of this, but a lot of copper peptide products are this color. This has a slightly gel formula. It's like a liquid gel. It's super light. It has no scent. It absorbs quickly. It doesn't leave the skin sticky. I have not been using it for long, so I can't talk about how effective it is, but I like this, and this is one that will stay in my routine, and I'll be interested to like update on this one in a monthly recap after I've been using it for usually 3 months minimum. This one here is the non-gender specific everything serum. So this is okay, I'll show you what it looks like to start with. This is an orange sort of, again, gel-like fluid serum. It smells like citrus, which is lovely. Citrus and honey, kind of like oranges and honey. This is supposed to do everything. It's supposed to help with wrinkles, fatigue, elasticity, hyperpigmentation, pore size, brightness, cellular rejuvenation. I personally, look, I haven't seen any of those results. I haven't been using it long enough to confirm whether that is something that I'm seeing with my skin. But I feel like serums that are meant to do everything, I just don't, like, just do one thing and do one thing really, really well. Use the science to back up what it's meant to be doing. I'll keep trying it. It's not offensive for me. It's a nice serum to use during my routine. It fits into my routine nicely. It doesn't break me out or anything like that. So I'll continue to use it. And again, if I like this one, it'll be updated in a monthly recap at some stage. My last serum is from Osmedic Co. This is the Intense Peptide Facelift Serum. So this is a peptide serum. Okay. This is, you can't even see it. It is a clear gel. You're just gonna have to take my word for it. It absorbs into the skin nicely. The scent is amazing. Slightly citrusy, very fresh, not strong. It is subtle and it's uplifting, which I really like. This absorbs into the skin beautifully. Did I say that? It doesn't break me out, nothing like that. Again, I can't talk about how effective it is because I have not been using it long enough, but what I can tell you is the user experience of this has been beautiful, same as the copper peptide serum. So these two are like the ones that are really on my radar, that are staying in my routine. I'll probably focus on this one first, bring in this one when that's done, and then the NGS will come in later. My only issue with this is actually the pump. I find it's a bit stiff. It's not, you've got to put quite a bit of pressure on it to like get it going, but once it's going, it goes well. So that would be my only issue with that. And I suppose the reason why I point that out, because it's not really a big deal, but I feel like the packaging of this, there's something about it that just screams luxe and almost high-end to me, like fancy. This is beautiful, fancy skincare. And I feel like that stiff pump action doesn't match up with the visuals of what I assume this product is going to be. the product on the inside, the juice, it's really nice. The packaging is gorgeous, but the pump, it's a tiny thing, but it has stuck with me throughout the use of this product. My last skincare product is from The Ordinary. This is the Caffeine Solution 5% plus EGCG. So this reduces the appearance of eye contour pigmentation and puffiness. I think I had an allergic reaction to this. Some eye products tend to tingle and sort of upset the skin around my eyes, it's one of those things where I usually power through with products, because sometimes if they're active, it's just my skin getting used to it, and after, you know, a week my skin stops feeling that way and I start to see the benefits. And then sometimes I power through and it turns out that I shouldn't have been powering through. My skin just responds really badly, and unfortunately that was one of these products for me. I'm going to pass this on to my mum to see if she likes it, but it's not one that I would feel comfortable using again, because I didn't like the dry, scaly, flaking looking skin, the burning, the itching. I don't know exactly what my skin doesn't get along with this product, whether it's just like an individual ingredient or if it's just the formula overall, but not, you know, it's not the product's fault. I remember when I did the haul video for these, I had quite a few people who were like, oh my god, I'm so excited for you to try that caffeine serum, because it's a holy grail product for me. So it's a well-loved product, it just doesn't fit for me. I thought that was all of the skincare. It's not. I've got 2 eye masks from Garnier. These are the Hydro Bomb Eye Tissue Masks. So they're both hydrating, but they also have other properties. So this one is the Firming Eye Mask, which I tried. It made me look like Zorro. It was fabulous. I found it nice. It was really nice little mask, definitely hydrating. I don't think it firmed my skin that I could see, but it was nice using it. And then there's also the Energizing Eye Mask. This one is supposed to help reduce eye bags and dark circles. This one's supposed to help smooth fine lines and reduce puffiness. Look, I've got fine lines under my eyes, girl. I do. I've got a lot of them, and I feel like they get worse every damn day. I didn't see results with that, but the hydrating feeling of it was lovely. And yeah, I haven't used this one to see, but if I was in Priceline and they were having like a 40% off skincare sale, I would pick up more of these, simply for like the nice hydrating eye masks. And my last skincare product, I promise this is the last one, I've got the Fresh Water Gel from Kreml Lab. So I've actually used this product in the past, and I already know that I like it. But essentially what you have here is a gel moisturizer, and this is great if you have oily skin, because it's a gel. It's very hydrating, but it's super light. I wouldn't use this as a night cream. I would use this as a day cream because it does contain silicone. So if you are the type of person, oily skin, large pores, I would recommend using this before makeup application. So put it on, leave it on for like 5 or 10 minutes so it can absorb and do its thing and set. You're gonna have really comfortable, well hydrated skin. It's not going to feel heavy on your face because it's a nice light gel texture, and it's got like a little bit of that sort of makeup prep because of the silicone. So there's that. It's really nice. I'm the type of person, I'm a bit iffy with silicones in makeup products because they can break me out. This is not one of the products that do that for me, so it gets my tick of approval. There was one other product that a few people mentioned in my review that they would be interested to hear what I thought about it. It was the Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair. Yes, it is supposed to contain retinol. I didn't even bother trying it. My mum actually mentioned it to me in the car. We were talking about retinols, and she was like, oh, Neutrogena have a new retinol face cream. And I was like, yes, they do. I actually have it. I got it from the Priceline thing. And she was like, oh, have you tried it? No, I haven't tried it. Like, I was happy using my current retinols, and I asked her if she would like to try it. She said yes, so I gave it to her. I don't think she started using it yet because she is also working on a retinol at the moment. I have some products from the Essence You Better Work range. I don't have everything that I featured in the whole video. Some of the things I gave away. If I knew that I just wasn't going to use it, I gave it to people who were showing interest in the products. So friends got a little haul as well. But the 3 products that I kept are the You Better Work Gym Proof Waterproof Fixing Powder. I have the Volume and Curl Mascara, and I have the Gym Proof Primer. Gym Proof Primer, nice consistency. This feels sort of like a hydrating sort of primer. It's got a nice thin fluid consistency. I think this actually does help with oil control a little bit, which is, it's nice. This has an SPF of 20, which is great. I've used it a few times. I don't mind it. I quite like it. I would keep this one in my stash to play with a bit more. So yeah, I'm all right with this. I don't think it's the second coming of Jesus, but I think this is a pretty nice little primer. Then we have the Volume and Curl Mascara. I think this adds a little bit of volume. It lengthens a little bit. It doesn't clump or anything like that, which is really nice. It has a traditional brush wand, and it's slightly sort of domed on one side and also slightly curved. I think it's a nice, like, everyday mascara. This isn't gonna offer major volume and lift and curl and length, and it's not like the end to all of your eyelash woes, but as an everyday mascara that's going to stay put, it's a good one. It's also waterproof, so it'll stay on until you take it off forcefully. Then we have the fixing powder. Now this comes with a puff to apply it. I don't like using that method to apply powder. I like to use a brush because I don't like to put anything on thick. I try to keep it all nice thin layers, and I find like putting things on with like a sponge puff, it's just not my jam. Because this is really firmly packed, I find it's kind of difficult to pick up with a brush, so it's just not, I don't think this fits with how I like to use my products and do my makeup, unfortunately. But if you don't mind going in with a sponge to like touch up, then maybe you would like this one. The next bunch of products are from CoverGirl. Now I published a wear test of, and I'm dropping things, I published a wear test of this on Sunday my time. It's the CoverGirl Outlast Active range. We didn't receive the foundations at the Priceline Beauty Prescription live event, but CoverGirl did reach out to us and they sent us some to try out, which was fabulous. The foundation is, I would call this pretty much, you can get any coverage you want out of this. You can get a light coverage if you use a standard sponge, like a Miracle Complexion sponge, or just a normal makeup sponge. Normal makeup sponge, you can get a light coverage. You can build it up to a medium or full coverage with a sponge. You can get medium to full coverage straight off the bat with a brush. I also use my super sponge to get a medium coverage, and then I just build up where I want extra coverage. It lasts quite well on the skin. It doesn't control oil. I have oil breakthrough when I use this, usually within about 2 to 3 hours. But if you stay on top of the oil control with blotting sheets, the foundation won't break down. So It lasts well through oil. It touches up well throughout the day if you maintain it, but it doesn't control oil. And if your oils do come through and you don't maintain it, eventually it will start to break down under the oil. So it takes a long time to do that. I wore it for, was it 11 hours, 12 hours in that review or that wear test, and it had only really just started to break down where I wasn't maintaining the oil production throughout the day. So I don't mind the foundation. I think it's quite good. I do have 2 shades here that aren't quite right for me. I'm going to pass them on to friends. I'm going to keep my current shade and a summer shade. And yeah, I don't mind it. The mascara, this is the Lash Blast Active Mascara. I would put this on the same par as the Essence mascara. Little bit of volume, little bit of length, doesn't clump. This one does have a rubber wand, which is kind of cool. And I think another difference between this and the Essence one is this is not waterproof, but it holds fairly well. If you need waterproof, you might not be into this one, but I like it. For an everyday mascara, it's good. Then we have the Get In Line Active Liquid Liner. I really like this. It has a brush tip applicator. It is very fine. The formula is very black. It does not dry matte, but it holds in place really, really well. I like it. It's staying in my stash. That one is probably my fave out of all of the CoverGirl Outlast range. The last product from the CoverGirl Outlast Active range is the Cooling Setting Mist. I love the scent of this. It smells like cucumber. It smells like something that's green and fresh. My only issue with this is its second ingredient is denatured alcohol, which I already said I'm trying to like move those things out of my stash if I can. It's a shame because I love the scent, and the mister on this is quite good. It is fairly fine. It's not super fine. It's not quite a micro mist, but it's not gonna like splurt you in the face offensively. I have a few products from Natio here. I've got the makeup setting spray. I don't mind this. It's just not, it's not a fave. I'll use it. It's just not, it's not one that I'm like singing its praises. Now it's got a lavender scent, and I'm always wary about that because lavender is a major migraine trigger for me. But this scent doesn't linger, which is also a massive like component to when lavender causes issues for me. If the scent lingers and I can smell it for any longer than, you know, a couple of minutes, we got problems. Not the case with this. So I can use it. I'm happy with it. The mister is not super fine. It's even. It's definitely an even mister, which is really nice. You're not going to get like big wet splotches. It's not going to shoot in your face and be offensive. It's nice and even, but it's a wet one. So I personally prefer micro misters. That's just personal preference. But ingredients wise, this is actually quite nice as well. So I don't hate it. I'm just not sure it's one that I would be running to pick up once I finished it. But in saying that, unless it does amazing things for my face and like my makeup and all that jazz, I might be eating my words. I'm sure I'll update you on that in like a monthly makeup basket or a recap or something at some stage. This one here is the Bronze Glow Perfecting Primer. So this is a sort of bronze like priming cream. I don't know, I feel like this makes my face look dirty when I put it on. It doesn't, I don't know. Like I wouldn't put this on my face just as something on its own, and under makeup I don't feel like it really does a whole lot for improving the makeup. So I don't know, I just don't really think I have a place for this in my makeup routine. There was also a sheer lip smoothie balm type thing in the Natio range. I had it the other day in my room because I've been using it and I don't know where it went, but I really like it and I hope I find it because, look, I will find it eventually. The cat might have like knocked it off a bench and then, you know, played with it, so it might be under the bed or something like that, but I haven't been able to find it, but it's lovely. It's a really nice hydrating lip product. It has a slight tint to it, which is really pretty. That one, tick. I've got some palettes here. I'm going to start with the Revlon one. This is in Player, 910 Player. So they have a whole bunch in this like little series, and I picked up this one because I felt like it was a nice balance between fun playful colors and then some easy to wear shades. I was very disappointed. Very disappointed. There's this color here, this sort of gold color, the second one over here. Beautiful. The formula is absolutely amazing. It applied like a dream, super pigmented, just absolutely stunning. I loved it. The blues and greens, I just didn't think, they didn't apply with the same opacity that the gold one applied with. Like this gold, it went on like, I don't know, kind of like it was almost a cream formula. Like these swatch well, but they just didn't apply very well. I think one that really disappointed me was this matte dark shade here. It's kind of like a dark chocolate brown. Again, it just not no pigmentation, but not enough. It kind of went on a little bit patchy, and when you blend the edges, it seemed to all just blend away. And look, it didn't tick the box for me. I gotta say this, drugstore eyeshadow palettes have been off my radar for quite a few years now because I'm just kind of tired of seeing them and being inspired and thinking, oh, that's new, maybe they've also improved their formula, and then not being impressed by it. And you know, I used this and I was like, maybe I'm being too hard on it, you know, maybe it could be, I don't know, maybe it's me, I don't know. But then I go in with something like this and I use it the next day and I'm like, no, it's not me, it's this. And I feel bad saying that because I want these to be good, but they're just not there. Like, I don't know, the colors went on almost dry and a little bit patchy, and like you need to really, really work to make them look opaque and adhere and not look muddy or blend away into nothing. So yeah, I'm not really impressed. But the Meet Matador palette I really liked. The pigmentation is nice. I think my only issue with this is probably the color story. So the colors, like down here you've got like a dark green. This is like a dark denim blue, and then you've got a black. I don't think the black is very pigmented. And these colors, they're all wearable, usable. There's nothing wrong with them. I think maybe just not like super inspiring for me. But for a matte palette, if you like a sort of interesting darker blue and a really dark green, then you might be more into it than I am. It's just not, I mean, look at what I'm wearing today. You can probably tell that I'm into different things at this point. But that little palette is nice, and again, you know, available at Priceline, and I just look at these and I'm like, well, quality wise, I have to choose this one. The next item is this from it's Glam by Manicare, and okay, so this one's makeup. These I would actually consider more in the tools category, which I'll do next. We've got the Magnetizing Eyeliner. So this is it's a black eyeliner. that you apply, and then you use magnetic lashes to adhere, and it works. So what you've got with the liner is a brush applicator, very, very black. It dries fairly quickly. It doesn't dry completely matte. And then there's two types of magnetic eyelashes. There is the Chloe and the Willow. Now, Kat and I did a Beauty News reviews on these, and look, I actually really like these. I like the technology, and I like where the magnetic eyelash technology is going, and I think it's just going to get better and better. There are flaws with this. I found, or Kat and I both found, that sometimes the magnet will lift the liner away, and then there's nothing for the magnet to adhere to. The lash will just sort of float on the eye, and that's problematic. It's a problem with longevity, but I still like the idea of these and the technology. I want to play with them more. I was going to wear them today, and then I totally forgot. I was watching Game of Thrones, and I just started putting on eyelashes, and I was like, whoops, wrong lashes. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to play with these further, and I'm sure I'll talk about them in a recap video at some stage. I think if you are interested in the technology, like magnetic eyelash technology, and you've never tried any magnetic eyelashes, this is actually where I would start, or I'd recommend that you start, because I just find it's so much easier to use than the traditional two magnetic lashes. And if you can make it work, it's nice. I like it, and I like the styles of the lashes as well. Real Techniques, this is the Miracle Complexion Sponge with the glitter one. Mine's dirty, I've used it. This is just basically a Miracle Complexion Sponge in different colors, and they also have glitter in them. They're really pretty to look at, like really, really pretty to look at, and they work just like a normal Miracle Complexion Sponge. I didn't find that it left any glitter on my face. I had a few people tell me that it does leave glitter on their face. I didn't experience that, so that I don't know. My last two tools are both from Revlon. These guys. I've got the Cool and Deep Puff facial roller. So this is a jade facial roller. I use this as a face massager, either in the evening or the morning. If my eyes are a bit puffy in the morning, I'll use this end. I've also used this to sort of massage serums into my face. I really like the feeling of it. It's cool. However, I also feel like to some extent it's a bit of a novelty. I do think it's really nice in the morning when my eyes are like puffy and I'm super tired, but I don't feel like this offers any amazing benefits other than like feeling nice at the time of using it. Like, it feels really nice. So if you want like the user experience of that, then, you know, it's nice. And I'm not like disappointed to have it. I just don't feel like it would be something that I would buy. I don't necessarily feel like it's necessary in my routine. And the last item is this guy. It is the all over shadow brush. So this is kind of like this is an eyeshadow packing brush with a sort of fan effect. I love this. I would say that this is a bit of an all over shadow brush. I've used this to apply eyeshadow all over the lid, and, you know, using a patting motion, and then you can sort of put it on an angle and use it to like blend the edges. It's actually really nice. It's a cool little brush. If you're interested in these Revlon brushes, I would say that they're not bad. I've only used this one. I can say that the quality is very nice. The hairs are very soft. It works well. But I'm sort of interested in some other Revlon brushes, and I'd keep my eyes peeled for a sale to potentially pick some up. But yeah, not a bad little brush. I'm quite happy to have that one. I thought I had included everything that I'd been trialing, and then when I sat down to edit this video, I realized that I hadn't. There's a few other things. Perfumes, I've got, I think it's Oi or We from Juicy Couture. Oi, I think, I don't know. That's nice. It's like a zesty floral. I really like that one. I don't know if I would buy a full size. I did a perfume haul, or not haul, but like perfume collection video a little while ago. I got enough perfumes, all right? Let's be real. I got enough perfumes. Zoella Botanic Eau. This is the body mist. This I really like. I put this on par with the Calvin Klein CK2, except they're different. They're different. This has more, I think, like maybe more floral notes to it, like white floral notes, whereas the CK2 doesn't have that. I really like this one. Out of the two, the Zoella actually, that wins. Mind Tan. This is the Rose Illuminating Facial Mist. It's a hydrating gradual tan face mist. Okay, I'm not really a huge fan of this. So I was using this for a few days, and it, like, even the day after I first used it, I started to notice that it was, you know, doing its job. But over time, my face just started to look dirty. It's a spray, it's not super fine, and it leaves like splotches on your face. So my skin didn't have like an all over tan. It was like tanned in some spots. So my skin just started, it looked like sun damage. It just looked like I'd spent way too long in the sun, and I was starting to get like dark patches of skin, and the rest of my skin wasn't tanned. It's not for me. And the last product, the actual last product, is the L'Oreal Lash Serum. So this is just, it's like a wand applicator. It's got like a brush tip. When you like click it up, a gel comes out of the brush and you apply it to your lashes. I also applied it to my brows. Now, you're supposed to use this twice a day for 30 days to see results, and I constantly forgot about it. However, I feel like when I was managing to use this, like I'd use it for like 3 days and then I'd forget a day, and then I'd remember in the evening, so I'd put it on before I went to bed, and then I'd remember to use it for a couple more days, and then I'd forget for a few days. So it was kind of on and off over the space of about maybe 5 weeks or something like that. So I took before and after photos with and without mascara, and I feel like potentially I had a little bit of growth, even though I didn't use this as religiously as I should have. And I feel like I noticed mostly on the inner part, like the inner lashes, I feel like there was some growth there. So I don't know for sure. I wish I was able to put this to like a 30-day test, but I can't get it in my brain that this is a very important part of my routine and I must use it every single night. I don't usually apply something to my lashes in the evening. In the morning, it's okay. I find it a little bit easier to remember, because when I'm like starting my makeup, sometimes I'll be like, wait, I haven't used the lash serum. So I'll go and get it and put it on before I start my makeup. But in the evening, there's no trigger to remind me that I should be putting this on. So it's very easy for me to forget and not apply it twice a day. But I don't know, I feel like there might be potential here. If I have any luck in actually remembering to use this, I will update, because I do have those before photos. All right guys, my battery is dying and that was very long, and I'm thirsty and I need a drink of water. If you have tried anything that you saw in this video, feel free to leave your comments of what you thought about them down in the comments section, or if there's anything that potentially caught your eye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.